closely linked to your visual system and your auditory system. So anytime there's an imbalance in one of the areas, so let's say, well, for him, we know that his vestibular system is not functioning to the capacity that it should, because he does get very dizzy very easy. So what happens is a lot of times your visual system will learn to overcompensate for the underreactive vestibular system.
Okay.
Or your auditory system, because they're all so closely connected. But you can then also treat each of the three areas by addressing any of the other things. So this program involves a lot of auditory, like doing things to music, focusing on rhythm, things like that, as well as lots of visual things, so like being able to locate the target exactly, and training your head to tolerate all these different changes in position.
Okay.
We know kids that have vestibular problems a lot of times either are very sensory seeking and doing lots of standing on their head, constant somersaults.
That's him, yeah.
You know, things like that. And also the reverse is true, where they will avoid things. Like some kids will avoid changes in head position, or they won't fully invert, like they'll reach down with their heads always here instead of getting like a true, because that makes you dizzy.
Right.
When you're constantly, because what it does is you have all that fluid in your inner ears, and it's basically like sloshing it back and forth. Even when you stop, that fluid is still spinning.
Which would cut, like he gets car sick super easy,
right.
and things like that
and
too.
Sometimes I actually do throw up.
Yep. Yeah.
Like one time when I woke up, I didn't feel anything at all, and I just randomly started throwing up.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the times that I think you had the flu.
Yeah.
So a little different, but you're understanding what we're talking about.
Yep.
It's those same feelings.
So what you can do is by practicing some of these things, however, you can train your body to be used to them, so you don't get those.
And they had a really giant teddy bear, and I was on him like a vacuum cleaner.
Oh
And
no.
we couldn't wash it off. He was about like from there to
He was
here,
huge.
And I
You have to throw them away.
And I was lucky just to
Yeah.
I got a question too. So you were saying that they're all linked, so it doesn't really matter where it starts, because once one is off, it could be caused, like the vestibular difficulties could be caused by auditory something first. It could all, it just kind of like bowling pins getting, okay. Because I just remember so vividly when he was in 3K, well, I guess, yeah, it doesn't really matter which came first, because it's so hard to probably pinpoint where it started. I just remember the lady saying, like, you can hear that? You know, like, he could hear so much more. His hearing was...
It's almost like a blind person.
Right,
Their
where the
hearing
other
becomes
senses...
so acute and sensitive. Things that we would not normally... Yeah, things we would normally not hear, they need to, because they use their hearing for their surroundings and body awareness and that sort of thing.
Right.
So that's why the program very closely looks at those kind of
Just studies all...
key areas. Yeah.
So how does everything else come into play, though, with the other two, with, like, is it, the taste, is that gustatory? Is that right?
Gustatory is your smell.
Okay.
Or
So-
no, olfactory, sorry.
Okay, yeah, those two always confuse me too, but,
gustatory,
and then with the,
taste,
like
and
with the,
then tactile.
right, so, cause the tactile stuff with him is so, like, acutely different and noticeable too, for what he wears, or how things feel, and if he gets, if it's like to the point of like volcanic anger, how he squeezes his nails in his arms, or, like, he hasn't done that for a long time.
Yeah, and that's why they call it sensory integration, because what you do is you have to look at each of those senses, and you see like which ones are elevated or hyper, and which ones are lower or hypo, underused. And then you have to try to treat with the goal of getting them all at this even keel functioning, because what happens is our body goes into like that fight or flight. You see a lot of the anxiety. You see a lot of attentional issues because they're so acute to sounds and noises and things like that. The feeling of just even the chair or any little piece of clothing like touching their skin and that sort of thing. So all the senses are linked together, and that's why they call it sensory integration therapy, because the
It's
goal
just
is to
everything.
really get those systems, and in order for them to integrate, for us to form an appropriate behavior or an appropriate response, they all have to be working together in coordination.
Right.
So
I think every human on this planet should be paying
Yeah.
attention to this stuff.
I know. Well, it's so interesting too, because I mean, even my own children, you know, and just learning like some of the things that they were talking about, you know, just like things in utero, like how that can just easily affect the vestibular system. Is the baby head down prematurely, where they don't have that free floating feeling like in utero that they would?
That's totally different.
Or do they stay upright in utero for so long that they don't have all that twisting and turning? If there's twins, is one ear or one side of the head always turned to one direction? So then these kids will spin in one direction but don't tolerate going in the other direction. It's just
Interesting.
fascinating.
It is,
Like, you
it
know,
is.
typical development. And I mean, my daughter, like, it took her forever, I think second grade, to ride a bike. My
Yeah.
nieces were riding a bike at 2.
Yeah, he was
Like,
3 and
How
my
are some kids so?
3
yeah.
when I could ride my bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, my stepdaughter was 11.
Yeah,
She refused.
Yeah.
She hates the balance. She
Yeah.
was so scared of falling.
exactly.
Mhm.
So it's like opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yes.
It's really
Right now-
part of the
And
sensory
right now
system.
I'm
Yeah.
a professional at riding the bike.
Yep.
Mm.
If these training wheels were off, they probably would.
Yeah. All right, let's try our next one, okay?
You feeling good?
All right.
Yeah.
So 5 times each hand. So come on up, buddy. You have less space to travel than me. So feet are going to be like shoulder width apart. Okay. You're going to dust my shoes off. I'll start dusting yours off. So we'll start with our hands up to the side. I'm going to dust. Come up. Dust. Your turn. Got to be opposite. So this hand has to do that shoe, okay? And vice versa. Good. Up. Dust. Okay. Good. Nope, you were doing it right. You want to do opposite. So this hand always goes to that shoe, and that hand always goes to that one. Now the goal is you have to keep your feet planted. So put glue on them. Okay, and they're planted. They may not move. Are you ready? Here I go. Your turn. Your turn. Awesome. One more time. How does it feel?
Very good.
That felt okay? Did you get dizzy at all with that one?
No.
Okay. This very last one is falling star. Catch a falling star. Okay? So you have to reach up, and then you have to go down between the legs. Okay? We have to each do it we do 5 turns. You ready? I'm gonna have to go on my knees because I'm so much taller than you. Let's see, how am I gonna do this? So you have to put your back to me.
Okay.
Okay? So we have to look behind ourselves. And now we have to go. That's okay. No problem. Okay, now we gotta go under. So 1. Okay, now over. And under. Good. Got it?
Getting dizzy.
Do you feel dizzy? Over. Let's do it one more time. And under. Stop. Thrust